How you doing, everyone? This is Eric. Just coming to you today with a little perspective shift that I've been thinking on. Last 2 years for my family has been really tough. We suffered some great loss. I lost two of my nephews within the span of a month. And the bottom line is, just dealing with all that grief and everything. People were very considerate, but I remember all they were asking is, oh my goodness, it's so terrible what happened. We're sorry. How did they die? And it's a normal question. But I was thinking on it and I say, you know what a better question is? Asking somebody, how did they live? You understand? Because how they die, that's a moment. That's a moment in your life. But how the person lived. And a good example is I was at the gym the other day and my friend John, very close to his grandfather, he was always talking about him. And lately, he had told me that he's been really sick. So one day when I went into the gym last week, he was just really down. And I kind of figured it. I said, hey, John, how you doing? He goes, not great. He goes, my grandfather died. And I thought about it. I said, now's the time. And I said, wow, really? I said, I'm so sorry. I said, but how did he live? And he literally didn't hear me at first. He went right into, oh, you remember I told you you had heart problems, whatever. And then he stopped and he kind of looked at me and he smiled and he goes, well, what did you ask me? And I said, hey, John, I said, your grandfather. I said, how did he live? And I just could see his whole attitude shift. He stopped for a second, he paused and he thought about it. He goes, you know what? He goes, he loved us grandkids. He loved his wife. He was married over 50 years. He loved fishing, loved his children. You know what, Eric? He loved his life. And he was still sad, but it literally shifted it from just dwelling in the grief and the loss to his grandfather's life. And that's the point. So maybe try that, think about it one time when you know somebody. And again, we're sorry to see them go and we know there's grief. But a good question for people is, well, how did they live? And it forces us to switch how we're thinking and to remember them and to go over the good things, the way we love them, the way they made us laugh and smile and the reason why we're grieving in the first place. So just try it, and I've been thinking about that too, instead of just asking, because how we die is a moment, it's going to catch us all. But how we live, that's our lifetime. That's our legacy and that's our impact. So just wanted to share that with everybody today and just remind you, if you can, be grateful, be kind, and every day try to find the good in each and every day. Take care and stay blessed.